Hey, welcome back. Today we are diving into functions. A function can be of two types, a void function and a return function. The void function prints values directly, while the return function sends back a value with the specific data type in the function. In this lesson, we will focus on returning values and why specifying the return type is important. Here, in this example, we define a void function called calculateSum that takes two numbers as input, adds them, and prints the result directly. The function's return type is void, which means it doesn't send back any value. Instead, it directly prints the result. But what if we want the function to return the sum instead of printing it? To return a value, we must specify the data type of the value being returned. For example, if the function returns an integer, we use the return type int. Let's modify our function. Here, the return type of the function is int, meaning the function will send back an integer value. But how do we use this returned value? Let's explore two options. The first option is to print the returned value directly by wrapping the function called inside a print statement. Here the function calculates the sum and print statement prints the returned value. The output will be 7. The second option is to store the returned value in a variable. This allows us to use the value elsewhere in the program. Here the sum is stored in the variable sum. Once stored, it can be used multiple times in the program. Now, why specifying the return type is important? Every function that returns a value must declare its return type in the function definition. If the function returns an int, the return type will be int. If it returns a float, the return type will be float. If it doesn't return anything, the return type will be void. If the return type and the returned value doesn't match, the compiler will throw an error which is incompatible types.